It was pure chaos on the streets of Lahore Thursday morning. Sirens went off and people ran out of their homes as a series of loud explosions were heard in the city. The incident comes just a day after Operation Sindoor destroyed terror pads in Pakistan and the POK, and reports trickle in of a swarm drone attack on Lahore's air defense systems. Clearly, Pakistan's confidence is shaken. For the first time in several years, trading was suspended at the Karachi Stock Exchange after the KSE 30 index plunged more than 7% in trade today. Investors are feeling the pain as well. The Karachi Stock Exchange was at 36,403 at its close on 22nd of April, the day of the Pahalgam massacre. By 6th of May, it had fallen 5%. Operation Sindoor led to a bloodbath on KSE, with the index falling more than 6% in intraday trade. Finally, it closed with a fall of 3%. Today again, the sell-off was deeper, with the index plunging nearly 9% in trade. Pakistan's fragile economy is ill-equipped to face any hostilities with India. Investors started selling stocks immediately after Pahalgam attacks, and for the first time in the past few years, trading was suspended. Pakistan is staring into a financial abyss. With foreign reserves of barely $15 billion and a balance of payments, crisis looming, all eyes are now on the 9th of May. Meeting of the IMF, where its executive board will decide whether to approve a crucial $1.3 billion tranche as part of a broader $7 billion bailout. Pakistan's key economic indicators continue to flash red. Its GDP growth is expected at just 2.6% this year. Its inflation is above 5%, hurting household budgets. Its public debt is more than 80% of the GDP, and the Pakistani rupee remains under severe pressure, and imports continue to outpace earnings. And now, in the backdrop of the Pahalgam massacre, India is pushing back diplomatically. India has formally urged the IMF to reconsider funding to Pakistan, citing risks that the funds may be diverted or misused. The message, aid without accountability, may worsen regional instability. At the heart of India's concern is Pakistan's disproportionate defense spending. In 2024-2025, nearly 17.5% of Pakistan's budget, over 2 lakh crore rupees, was allocated to defense, while only a fraction went to health and education. Pakistan also spends more on interest payments than on development, with nearly half of its revenue consumed by debt servicing. The IMF faces a dilemma. While it recognizes Pakistan's economic fragility and wants to avoid default, there's rising pressure to ensure transparency and fiscal discipline. The 9th of May vote will also consider whether Pakistan has met reform benchmarks tied to energy, pricing, taxation and anti-corruption mechanisms. For Pakistan's 24 crore people, this isn't just about geopolitics, it is about survival. A stalled IMF deal could send inflation soaring and sink the rupee further, triggering a wider humanitarian crisis. But as war clouds linger over the subcontinent, the world's financial institutions now face a tough call. Can they support Pakistan's economy without funding instability? The IMF decision will not just decide Pakistan's economic fate, it may shape South Asia's security calculus for years to come.